Between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. Now Jackson on second down. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't see.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
I'll admit it, I'll admit it.
4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves with counters.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look,
2-2.
So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Shit's so garbage. Oh my God. There's no way that nigga should have got there.
Instead, second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
God damn it. Bullshit.
Forward to the 48. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3.
That's me. That's me all day.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jackson, throw left side complete.
Gotta chase some shit.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
We'll take that.
Complete.
You gotta get out there a little bit quicker, man.
But it wasn't a sack either, so the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
I think you about to blitz me all gun. That shit ain't about to fly. I'm about to treat him like Q.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Look at 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
To throw again, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on first.
That shit was all fucked
He's going to be
up.
stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught.
shit too wide up. I had to take that shit.
As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Drop it. Yes, sir.
Hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Fuck that nigga up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Flushed out right. Able to get away.
Come on, bro. They make my nigga take too long to fucking goddamn do that shit.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Blitzing up the middle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Give me a lane right there. We good.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
That shit so garbage, bro. I hope they fix that step-up shit in the goddamn. They gotta fix that.
About throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has an alter when he does.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
Yes, sir. We'll take it.
He felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, damn, sure
They were
take
going to
it.
have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They'll cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's what we do,
Dutch.
Dutch.
The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens
That's what we do, Dutch.
A big play there, 81 yards, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 tries, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line. Taken down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Back to throw.
Damn, I was there. That nigga held on to me. I know what you were doing, nigga.
Up 4th down.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what?
Stop
Creates
playing
a
with
lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Shit. Dort. Damn, Dortch. That nigga got blasted trying to do some bullshit.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return.
Let's go. That might be what he needed, not quit.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes.
Let's hold him.
You have a punt returner. He's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll come out
Hit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Almost picked.
Come on.
Instead, 2nd down.
Save him, man. He falling on some bullshit. That was a good hit, but then he gonna throw that pick.
Early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
You got it.
And he's in.
Do that.
Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans get a bit closer. Looks good on the extra point. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my. I can't believe they're doing shit. Crazy shit. They got going on.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets around him, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other guys.
Ooh, T-Black, you got to come down with that. Come on. You got to come down with that one, too.
2nd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard
break some of those.
there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. It's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Come on.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Texans set to come on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Man, it don't stop with that bullshit, bro.
Nearly picked.
It don't stop, bro. Why they be wanting niggas to come back? This shit wild.
Particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7
wild as
throwing the
fuck.
football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd.
Good read, nigga.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield.
So we'll see how we can play this.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. And they'll go ground game
saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man.
Come on, in front of you right now, nigga.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Let's make them play honest.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. As some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Me, dumbass.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Why you trying me like that, nigga? Like I'm not that guy. Like I'm not him.
Thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Come on, bro. Get that block early, man. Dang, let me get that block late as shit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They try to quick hit
that block too late.
That one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Good, good! Good, good! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
You gotta stop listening to them motherfuckers out the corner, picking that shit up.
To come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He can run for it, and he will.
They kill me with these fucking animations, dude.
3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Kill me with these shit.
Now this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2,
confusing
right?
This nigga.
Because once they threw the interception,
I see this nigga easily confused.
That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff looking right.
Come on. Oh, you want that strip, nigga. You can have that.
But now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You want that strip.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Lucky 56!
To play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss.
This shit both.
42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He'll drop to throw. And a Raven pressure to
Right there, here, boy.
That's 2 sacks in this game.
Pat me my back, pat me my back.
From last week.
Don't see nigga punting my shit.
Good math. Excellent math.
They ain't no
He's
nano.
gonna get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the pass.
All right, cool.
And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout.
I hope
As
you
the clock
think.
shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The
They gotta score
Texans send
again.
the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
But they be cheating, bro.
And that one hits a
That
little
man
too
catch the
close to
fucking
the goal
ball.
line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they
Damn,
have the
Jacob, hold on to
football.
that.
Will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, let's stop me to play
Psychology of the
football.
game
And
never
nasty ass
ceases
shit.
to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Back to throw.
Me! Man, they on some shit, bro.
Do have a penalty
Come on.
flag down, however. Let's
Last
see
time I
what
checked,
that's
we both
about.
got down.
So they saw the contact
go for the
before
ball.
the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
Don't give them shit.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
We know what we trying to do.
Somehow, some way, they make plays on the
We gonna
football.
bait 'em.
And sometimes you're there too soon.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll
Come on,
be
go for it.
down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And we're going to get a
Gotta go for
timeout
this.
with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Man, I don't believe.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. And a lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Pick the goal.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Taylor.
Picked off near the 32.
Man, how you gonna let them fat fucks catch you, dog? Good shit.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They get it to him running left. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorites.
It's out. It's loose.
That shit too black.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's a bit unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Jackson now. Gonna throw on third and goal. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
We got all
As his
timers.
guys are in for 6, and the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Gonna be on that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's not
First
big
play of the
idiot,
drive
bro.
going for 14 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that bullshit animation.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun.
They're going to get it to me in a minute. Just wait.
Just shy of the 15
Keep
at
on.
the 16-yard line. That
Keep
one
on.
good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score.
No, I gave him that shit.
And the Texans cut into that lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the shot.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Can you get one, Jacobs?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
So we know.
They go play action here on
Cover 2. Come on, bro. Chill. That nigga in that bullshit ass cover 2, man.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. You got the ball. 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Come on, I didn't remember they go out of bounds and shit.
Read it well, and it's picked. Spins away.
Man, she gonna send it to you, bro.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So
all right, my bar, that's me. I should just ran the fucking ball.
Coming away with the interception.
This nigga ass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better try to do what you did last time, nigga.
Now they try the right side here. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose.
Come on. You know what he wants.
Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They'll set up to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They're going to look to throw.
Good shit.
A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Moses supposed to be right
This
there.
drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Detroit! Detroit! God! 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 God!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant. And he's in. Touchdown.
Give a nigga a chance.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
Detroit!
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. God! 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 God!
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Boy, they be giving nigga chances, I swear.
Try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
I swear they give nigga chances.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
They play football. This nigga ass.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first
diving
downs.
that nigga.
Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Detroit! Detroit! God! 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 God!
From the gun, Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! God! 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 God!
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked
shit.
And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it pops free.
And then the niggas just hang up in the air and shit.
Loose and brings up second down.
It's not a bad idea, not at all. You've got a bunch of defenders reeling a little bit back on their heels after just giving up a big play. You take another shot and hope to complete it. In this case, though, it falls incomplete.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
And the blitz does come. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
That nigga ain't going for no ball. They just ride the nigga. No homo.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier.
Man, break that shit, man.
Hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Let's go, rookie. We're going to give you a chance, Coach. You black tar.
The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 7.
That's what we want right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
What the fuck?
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but
That's
obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on
I see they let you get a high pass when they want to. Some people.
In the end zone, in this compressed area of the field, but you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
All right, here we go. Boom!
dunk and dunk ass nigga. God damn.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield.
Bro, they ain't gonna let me hit them? Oh my God.
Practice very often.
Madden doing that fuck shit.
The line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw.
Nope. Pick it off.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You know you like them double slash.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like
Come on,
that,
go for it.
It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep.
Drop it, sir. So I'll put you there, Peasy.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you gotta love
their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50,
nigga cannot play with us.
Exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one.
Come on, bro. You got to hold on to that.
He couldn't quite.
You got to hold on to that, shorty. All right, that's that shot.
Incomplete.
That's the shot.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing.
Sure
on that one. They had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Jackson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They got a good break.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to 17.
They gotta let me have better control,
The
man.
objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Jackson operating from the
Wouldn't hold on, look.
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Oh, hell no, they made me. Oh, wow. Dang, they made my nigga die. I picked the wrong fucking play.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
That's funny.
Important extra point up and through. And the lead is down.
Just gotta use these timeouts now, nigga. Head on to the fucking ball, Jacobs.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson to throw. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now out comes Houston. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play for Houston. 63 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. this one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So what I don't like is that they make the fucking shit, the clock keep going when the defense is supposed to be picking their fucking plays. That shit's so garbage, bro.
Remaining in the 4th.
That shit straight garbage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, no, lost the football.
Don't make me leave this game, bro. Let's slow that wind up.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We gotta strip that shit.
Inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Good guy.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.